talk about the history of wireless generation. Here are the wireless generations history, which is first G, second G, third G, fourth G, and fifth G. Since the early 1970s, the mobile wireless business has been creating, revolutionizing, and evolving technologies. Since the mid 1990s, the cellular communication sector has experienced rapid expansion. Wireless communication networks has become far more widespread than anybody could have predicted when the cellular idea was originally introduced in 1960s and 1970s. First generation 1G is the first generation wireless telephone technology, cell phones. They were analog cell phones and were introduced in 1980. In 1979, the first generation of cellular system used analog radio technology. Analog cellular system consists of three basic elements, which is mobile telephone, a mobile radio, cell sites, and a mobile switching center (MSC). Within a radio coverage area, a mobile phone connects with the cell site using radio waves. Generation 2, which is 2G, is built on GSM or the worldwide standard for mobile communication. It was first introduced in Finland in 1991. It was the first digital cellular networks which offered several clear advantages over the analog network we are replacing: higher sound technology and greater security. 2G technologies has replaced analog communication with the digital communication by offering services. Next is the 3G. Generation 3 refers to the third generation of mobile phone standards and technology, after 2G and preceding 4G. The third generation of mobile system supports high-speed data transfer up to 144 kbps. It improves on earlier wireless technology by providing higher speed transmission, enhanced multimedia access, and worldwide roaming. 3G is the most commonly used in mobile phones and handsets. Next is the 4G. Fourth generation 4G is a network interoperability idea of all about high-speed data transfer such as 0 to 100 Mbps of either the server or the data receiver set traveling at the speed of 60 km per hour. The fourth generation of mobile communication networks is planned to enhance existing communication networks and provide a complete and secure IP-based solution. Lastly, the 5G. Generation 5 on December 1st, 2018, South Korea became the first country to offer 5G. 5G generation mobile network or the fifth generation wireless system is a term used in some research papers and initiative to research the next significant phase of mobile telecommunication standards after the forthcoming 4G standard.
Today I'm going to present technology in wireless generation. So wireless technology allows two or more entities to communicate over long distances without the need of wires or connections of any kind. Wireless technology has always come before wired technology and is normally more expensive, but it has the added benefit of mobility, allowing the user to receive and transmit information while on the move. Another important application of wireless technology has been in broadcast communication such as radio, television, and direct broadcast satellite. As long as all of the receivers get the same information, a single wireless transmitter may broadcast signal to hundreds of thousands of them. Wireless technology now includes a wide range of communicate. So let's see the technology of 1G. Only voice calls are supported on 1G. 1G is an analog technology with low battery life and voice quality, limited security, and a high rate of lost calls. 1G technology has a maximum speed of 2.4 kbps, which is kilobytes per second. Now, Let's see the technology of 2G. 2G used GSM and cellular technology, call and text encryption as well as data services like SMS, image messaging, and MMS were all launched with the 2G telephone technology. With General Packet Radio Service, which is GPRS, the maximum speed of 2G is 50 kbps. Data transfer rates of up to 64 kbps are possible. Instead of analog signals, digital signals are used. SMS and MMS, which is multimedia message service, enables service improve the quality of voice calls. It had a 30 to 200 kHz bandwidth, which is kilohertz. And the technology of 3G is wireless mobile telecommunication technology is the third generation. To give a much higher data rate, the 3G network combined parts of the 2G network with new technology and protocols. The initial technique was upgraded by employing packet switching, which allowed for rates up to 14 Mbps, which is megabytes per second. It made advantage of a wideband wireless network to improve clarity. It has a 2100 mHz, which is megahertz, frequency range with a bandwidth of 15 to 20 mHz. Bandwidth and data transmission speeds have been increased. Now let's see the technology of 4G. LTE and Wi-Fi are used by the fourth generation. It provides mobile online access just like 3G as well as gaming, HD mobile TV, video conferencing, 3D TV, and other high-speed functions. When the device is moving, the maximum speed of a 4G network is 100 Mbps. For low mobility communications, such as when the caller is stationary or strolling, the speed of is 1 Gbps. Mobile networks that are both global and scalable. Last but not least, let's see the technology of 5G. 5G network utilize radio millimeter bands in the 30 GHz, which is gigahertz, to 300 GHz range, which are rarely used. The 5G architecture is based on scalable orthogonal frequency division multiplexing, which is OFDM. Much reduced latency up to 50x lower and higher capacity, allowing many more devices to be connected at once. Thank you.
Hi everyone. Now I'm going to present the advantages and disadvantages of the virus generation. Let's see what are they. The advantage of first generation is improved voice clarity. The network uses the analog signal and reduce noise in the line and frequency and safety to the data and voice calls plus consume less battery power. The disadvantages was limited capacity and having poor handoff reliability, very slow speed, poor voice quality, large phone size, and having very poor battery life, and there is no security. The advantage of second generation is digital coding decreases noise on the line and enhancing speech quality. Delivers digital data services like SMS and email, allowing the global to the stream. 2G technology improves privacy in ways that previous technologies, and mobile batteries can long last. The disadvantage of 2G is if there is no network coverage in a certain region, the digital signals may be feeble and unable to handle complex data such as videos, and it was required a strong digital signal. If digital signals would weak, then no network coverage in that specific area. Let's see the third generation advantages. The advantage is uninterrupted video streaming on phones, It is a long quicker than the previous networks. It is possible to create and utilize a more data extension application. It is possible to create and utilize a more data intensive application. The use of picture message allows items and issues to be graphically displayed. The disadvantages is excessive power usage. They necessitate a closer base station and are costly. The cost of a spectrum license. Now, let's see the first generation. First generation advantages are enhanced spectral effectiveness, extremely fast and having high bandwidth, high capacity, and network security is very tight and low cost per bit. The disadvantages are hard to implement and need completed hardware. It needed to avail services of 4G technology. The equipment required for a next generation network is still is very expensive. The network has more problem has security issues. The last one is 5G. The advantages are more efficient, higher capacity, and battery life is increased, high level security and high data rates and low per bits. It was more appealing and effective, and the multimedia, voice, and the internet are all supported. The disadvantages are the 5G security and privacy issues yet to be solved, and a 5G smart is very costly, decrease the broadcast distance, and the lack of encryption early in the connection problems. Now, the overall conclusion is as technology develops, people may express wireless communications all over the world. Wireless communications offer several advantages and have the potential to change the world into a more efficient place. It does, however, raise problems, as does any other new development in today's society. Issues with security surrounding access to a person's personal information and the negative influences that wireless technology may appear to have on society are a few problems that are preventing wireless technology from developing. The challenges belonging to the wireless communication can be altered and it can become a major element of the world if more research and trials are provided. Wireless technology will become increasingly significant shortly since the use of cables to the link individual phones appears to be increasing. These are the reference and thank you for listening us.